Go blue, everyone. Happy birthday to Bryce Underwood, because elite five-star running back Savon Hider just committed today to the University of Michigan. It's all coming up next on Michigan Wolverines Live. Oh, man, what a show we have planned today. Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, episode 213, Savon Hider Commitment Edition, and also Bryce Underwood's birthday. My name's John D'Adamo, and I'm going to take you through the next hour and a half or so. We're coming to you live from YouTube. We're coming to you live from X. And we're coming to you live from Twitch. And we sound good on radio. Check us out anytime on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or iHeart, and leave a rating or review if you do so. As you join us, go ahead and hit that like button. It just takes a second, and it's free. Hit the subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when we're going live with special content or videos or clips or streams. We obviously just had a watch party earlier today. And share this link out with at least one friend. If everybody shares the YouTube out, we're going to blow this thing up, as we have been doing, thanks to everybody here and your participation. If you have a comment, if you have a question, folks, send a super chat. Could be $1.99, could be $199, could be anything. But send a super chat, because that's how your comment, your question could be read on screen. And that does it. So speaking of the watch party and everything that happened earlier, TJ Ronin in the house hosted the Savon Hider watch party earlier today. It looked pretty lit, TJ. I was kind of in and out doing my work and stuff, but looked like it was a good time.
Yeah, man, we had a good time today with, Tucker Harlan of Tennessee at the Voice College Football, Garrison at the Ohio State at the Voice College Football. It was a good time, man. And, hey, we got him, John. We got Savon Hider. This was the one that everybody was kind of, this was the cherry on top, quite honestly. We've had a great class. We'll talk more about it, but we got him. Number one running back in the nation. Could not be more excited, man.
Yes, sir. And we got Quinn, we got Jeremy. Everybody's extremely excited here. What's all that Ohio talk about Alfred not being able to recruit?
Yeah.
Third base Ryan Day in shambles right now.
We're gonna hit on that. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Happy birthday. This is Keith Rebar in the house. Happy birthday, Bryce. Got you a present, Savon Hider. And of course, already some super chats in commemoration of the special day. GT in the house with the 5. The income of Ohio-based therapists has gone up 3,207%. Very specific. In the last 3 business days. What on earth happened these past few days? I wonder.
I don't know. I mean, it's been nice out. I can't imagine what they're going through.
Oh, Fisher Price Hammer.
Well, I mean, shit. How today go for him? We got the number one. I mean, Hammer's coming. We're losing all of our players. How did we get the number one running back in the nation, John?
Yeah, like what happened? Right, that was the whole thing. Hey, when the hammer drops, you're going to lose so many recruits, so many commits, and what happens? The Fisher Price hammer drops, and then we get the elite number one running back in the country, Savon Hider.
Bro, could the Buckeyes and the Spartans be any more wrong about absolutely everything? Like, is it even possible?
It's absolutely wild. It is wild. We got Ryan Hall in the house, also a YouTube member. Thanks to everybody who's a YouTube member. Number 1 quarterback in 25, number 2 offensive tackle in 25, number 1 running back in 26. Obviously need more for a great team. What are the expectations for years to come? Well, damn, let's enjoy today. but I think they're high, man. I think it's all systems go.
Natty is the expectations. We're going for natty. We're gonna go for a natty. We're gonna get within the next this year. We can make a playoff run, I believe. Or we can be a playoff team. 26 and 27. It's natty season, boys. It's gonna be natty season. They're gonna go for it.
Faux show. Biggs Mikes with the $1.99. Go Blue, FOSU, keep crying, hashtag rent free. Michigan really does live rent free in the minds of Buckeyes, to the point where these podcasts that are supposed to be Ohio State podcasts every day felt like for the last 2 years has been Michigan more times than not on these shows. Michigan and the Hammer and all of that. Now they actually have to focus on their own shitty programs, like Ohio State and, oh man, Spyro and Daily MSU have to deal with a 4-8 Michigan State program. That's the punishment.
Bro, they're gonna cry themselves to sleep, man. You know?
Yeah, it's wild.
Sad.
All right, folks, and don't forget, this is a great time to become a YouTube member here at the Voice of College Football Michigan channel. We're about to hit the season, and we're gonna have stuff for you. We're gonna have emojis. We're gonna have lots of content coming. Now's a great time to support what we do by becoming a YouTube member, starting at just $2.99 a month. And a lot of the people that I've highlighted are YouTube members already. And so anybody with green in their name and the badge, they're a YouTube member and supporting this channel.
Yep, definitely appreciate it. Hey, we've had a lot of members since Friday's Hammer show. So appreciate all the new members. Appreciate everybody rocking with us and doing the damn thing, man.
For sure. Well, before we get to the topic, I know everybody's waiting for the Savon Hider commitment. I think we've also got to mention that today is, in fact, Bryce Underwood's 18th birthday. And he had himself a little sponsorship.
Mute it, John. That's copyright, brother.
Well,
that should get us.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. So Bryce Underwood, yeah, man, sponsored officially by Beats by Dre, looking clean as shit. I mean, this kid is 17 in this commercial, let's be honest. Yeah, he's the real deal, bro. We got ourselves a star here.
Yep. And then not only did he do this, but then in addition, and it's his birthday. Keep this in mind. It's his birthday, and he's handing out beats for everybody. This is so cool. And this is what you do. Like when you're running a team, when you're the quarterback, when you're QB1, this is the type of thing that quarterbacks do. And you hear all the time about quarterback taking the offensive line out for steaks or, getting them some type of gift. But this it's just, that's what you do when you're QB1. And it's just another data point among many that he is going to be your starting quarterback game 1, snap 1, TJ.
Absolutely. We know this. I mean, I got fucking Garrison trying to tell me there's a cute quarterback battle. You know what I mean? I think he knows deep down I know he knows it's Underwood, but he keeps trying to argue with me. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's quarterback 1. And Sharon Moore said, it's who do the guys rally around? Well, I think it's quite clear. Game over, discussion over. But hell yeah, man. I mean, look, we got Savon Hider on Bryce Underwood's birthday. It wasn't on ESPN. I know that was the freaking talks, but it was on Rivals today, so it is what it is. But excited about it, man. Excited about it. So happy birthday, Bryce Underwood. Speaking of Bryce Underwood, John. So this weekend, I met a fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
Alex Pitt, my guy Alex Pitt, man, came through. I had lunch with him, and we actually, all right, let me share this because it's actually hilarious. If I can find it. So me and Alex Pitt, along with his girl, we had lunch in enemy territory, boys. We were in East Landfill. We went to Meat Barbecue. And let me see if I can find the picture here because bro wore his QB1 hoodie in enemy territory. I did not wear any Michigan gear. Here it is here. We're going to share it. And I got the gift. So he hooked me up here, but I want to share this. So I met Michael Pitt. Here's my guy here. He's a fan of the podcast. He's actually here. Look at him. We are in enemy territory. And I got a Bryce Underwood.
Damn.
Authentic Jordan jersey, autograph, baby. Fucking am, bro. So shout out to my guy Pitt. Appreciate it, man. This thing, I'm going to frame this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it there. I'm going to remove the Lions shit, and not the Lions shit, shout out to the Lions, but we're going to get the Bryce Underwood jersey up, get it framed, but it's going to take a little while for it to get framed because we got to get some planning going, and we need some high quality photos to get the frame. So he'll need to play some weeks in the season, but very excited, man. I could not be more thrilled.
That is so cool. Yeah, we'll see. Apparently there's a couple more, so we'll look into getting one of those.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so
for my new wall.
Yeah, you let me know, John. There's one more available.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested, get at me, DM me. We'll figure out how we can get it to you.
All right, folks. We got a count here. He's saying this hammer is incredible. Yeah, this hammer, man, it's doing pretty good for us, I think. This hammer everybody's talking about, 5-star #1 running back in the country that we're about to talk about. It's a pretty good hammer so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Hall, we'll be in touch, brother. Hell yeah, bro. And thank you for the 20. Hey, you know what? This has been, John. This has been one hell of a hammer, hasn't it? I think accounts right here, bro. Like we had, let's see. We had the Buckeyes take the hardest L publicly in a long time. We've had the Spartans contemplate bad things over the weekend. We have the #1 running back that we will talk about more commit to Michigan, and the season is right around the corner. It's actually, and I know you love this, John. Michigan's going to fucking fight it. They're going to appeal this shit, bro.
Let's go. I mean,
at the end of the day, this has actually been wonderful. You know, this has actually been an enjoyable weekend, you know?
Yep. And I feel like we're just getting started, and the season isn't even here yet. That's what's so crazy. We haven't even had the first play against the New Mexico Lobos, which, by the way, we will have a special media guest for the New Mexico preview next week. So that's for the Albuquerque Journal. So we're very excited about that. So you'll get to learn about the New Mexico Lobos and the players to watch out for, keys to the game, all that good stuff. But we are still not even in the season yet. We're very close, though. We're very close at this point. So that's exciting. And obviously the HITER news is a big deal. Wolverine, not so casual, who has been extremely generous, and thank you for all of it. And don't think it hasn't been noticed. It has been noticed and appreciated by everybody. Savon Hider's commitment was the literal polar opposite of Calvin Russell. 11:15 a.m. Eastern, started on time, all business. And as the host of the Calvin Russell watch party, I can say that's accurate.
Yeah, shit, man. Well, you know, someone posted a comment saying, "Man, Calvin Russell ruined the trifecta." You know, we'll see. I mean, we'll see if Michigan circles the wagons and goes after another top dog. Flip season is right around the corner, boys. You know, it's almost September. We'll see what Michigan does.
Absolutely. And Wolverine, not so casual. This is the perfect segue to our Savon Hider talk. So Charles Power, On3 National Recruiting Director. Hider is 6 foot, 200 pounds, 11 yards per carry, runs a 10.6, 10.7, 100 meter, and his shot put number is good for a lineman. Yes, absolutely. We are very excited because this is a topic we've been chomping at the bit for quite some time, and that's the #1 running back in the country has committed to the University of Michigan. Somebody who is the #9 overall player in the country, #1 running back, #1 player in Virginia, all Central Virginia player of the year. And guess what? He goes both ways. That's right, folks. As running back, 156 carries for 1,698 yards, 10.8 yards per carry, 26 touchdowns, 199 receiving yards, and he plays outside linebacker on defense. 56 tackles, 7 sacks, and an interception.
He kills dudes. He kills dudes. He lays dudes the F out, too. That's what's so amazing. Like, if I can't even believe they put him on defense. Like, don't do that this year. I hope they don't. But That's crazy. I mean, he does play defense and he lays dudes out. I mean, look, Savon Hider is, and we just saw him lay that guy out. Savon Hider is the equivalency of
Just
like a Bryce
to the
Underwood at running
house.
back. We're talking about elite talent here, boys. This kid is projected to be a first-round talent, and he is projected to, and this is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I find this crazy, but it's true. He is projected to start as a freshman, even though we have Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall. So we're gonna see how they work that out. That's a good problem to have.
Nice receiving yard, nice hands
Yeah,
there
I
for the
mean,
receiving.
dude, what a weapon we have in the backfield. This is a major addition to Michigan. I talked about this on the either the commitment watch party or the video I made earlier. We now have the highest ranked quarterback Michigan's ever had. We now have the highest ranked running back Michigan has ever had. We have the highest ranked left tackle in Andrew Babalo, which we'll talk about the injury. We have the highest right tackle / right guard Michigan has ever had in just the last 8 months. In just the last 8 months, guys. So if anyone, so I want to like say this. I know sometimes we get a little impatient with recruiting, a little frustrated. We are good. We are good. Michigan is building a monster. They are, guys, this much talent on the off. We know how defense is at Michigan. Don't forget we added Carter Meadows. And that defensive line's nasty. And the DBs from line. I'm telling you. And we just added the number 1 kicker in the nation. Those kickers matter. Kickers matter.
Yeah, they do.
Especially not at Ohio State, but they do at Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay?
Look at Zvada. Zvada's won us some games.
Exactly. Zavada's the man, bro. And so what I'm saying is, boys, at the end of the day, Michigan is building a well-balanced roster that is going to compete for natties. And we need not to worry. Michigan's got it under control. We are missing that alpha wide receiver. But in time, boys, in time, it's coming.
Yeah, whether HITER's playing on the inside, he's playing on the outside, he's playing as a receiver, he's playing as an outside linebacker, he brings the physicality and speed. It's a blend of the best of Haskins, the best of Corum, and people are going to say, oh, you're sunshine pumping, you're blowing smoke. No. Watch this guy's film. Watch him cut through defenses like a hot knife through butter. Watch the athleticism. You could just let his film do the talking. I'm not exaggerating. When you see this is a player. I know that sometimes we're skeptical on this in general as college football fans. Can a true freshman really start right away? In this case, a true freshman's gonna start right away. They're going to find some way to get him on the field, even if it's on the outside, even if it's in special teams, even if it's some type of special package, he's starting early.
He will get on the field. That's what it is. He will get on the field. He will get on the field. They will figure out a way to get him on the field. The other thing that's interesting is one of the comparisons people put on him is Omarion Hampton. And Omarion Hampton was the running back under Chip Lindsey, our current offensive coordinator. Omarion Hampton had a 1,500-yard season and a 1,600-yard season back-to-back. Savon Hider is on that level. I fully expect Savon Hider to hit numbers in the 1,500s of rushing. He's going to be, in my opinion, a Heisman candidate at some point in his career at Michigan.
Absolutely. It's incredible. And obviously we all encourage TJ. I believe you've released the video breaking down his film. So you can, so people can go watch that after this. TJ puts out the great breakdowns, the film reviews and everything. And obviously we had to get one out for I believe he is the top recruit in our class.
He is
above Carter Meadows. Yeah.
Yes, he is. I want to share a video though. I don't know if anyone saw this. It's a bit of the behind the scenes of the commitment. This is Savon Hider and his family after he committed to Michigan. So, they're just taking it all in. I mean, emotional.
I saw this. This is so cool.
So I have not actually, I just saw it a little bit ago.
Yeah, I saw this earlier. Yep.
But look at that,
This
bro.
is very cool.
They fought bro, I'm telling you, We're gonna watch these boys.
He looks so happy, not just to be at Michigan, but he looks so happy to be done with this recruiting process. And we know behind the scenes that he is not a fan of the heavy recruiting and all of the stuff that comes with it. He made his decision privately, and everyone respected that.
Yeah.
It was Michigan, Tennessee, Michigan, and Tony Alford pulled out. The number one running back.
Well, let's hit on that, John.
Yeah.
So Tony Alford can recruit? John, you mean to tell me Tony Alford got Jasper Parker, Justice Haynes, and Savon Hider?
Interesting point, TJ, because I seem to remember that you and I did a show. I believe you were with us at the time when Tony Alford came to Michigan. And we said, we just got a steal from Ohio State. And all these Buckeyes came in saying, oh, he's washed. He was on the last year of his contract. He can't recruit anymore. And we're there literally rolling out the different, like the J.K. Dobbins, the Travion Hendersons. He even did coach Zeke for a year. Like it's not like he was a slouch when it came to recruiting. And we were very happy that Michigan got him as the running backs coach. And it did take a sec to get this level of player, but he pulled it off.
Yeah, 1 full year.
He pulled it off.
1 full year. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, he pulled like think about it though. Tony Alford landed the number 1 portal running back. The number 1 running back in the nation for 26. And Jasper Parker, who's a diamond in the rough, and I saw someone's comment saying he's looking like he's RB3. I mean, I'm very aware he's battling for RB3. And him and Micah, from my understanding, are battling for RB3 right now. He's done a fantastic job, an absolutely fantastic job. So, not a concern, zero concern right now. Our running back room is absolutely loaded for the next 3 years. Just like our DB room, just like our defensive line room, just like our quarterback room. Okay, linebacker, we got a little work. We know that. Wide receiver, we're doing good. It's getting better. We still need that alpha, though. I mean, this team is fucking getting loaded. Offensive line, we can use another year like we had last year with Babalow and Haywood, but I actually expect that for the 27 class. I think Michigan's going to go heavy on offensive line in 27. So, and let's just be honest. Malachi Lee's no slouch. That dude's a dog. So, Michigan, Sherrone Moore's doing it. Like, it just comes down to how does this team execute on Saturdays? Because if you can get the execution and the game planning and the in-game management down, it's done, son. Like we will be a juggernaut in college football. It will happen.
Yeah. So Garrison is saying he himself never said. So he said that Alford can recruit. I can promise you that many of your buddies, though, when the news broke, I wish I could have taken screenshots of the amount of Buckeyes saying he can't recruit anymore.
Yeah.
And like, oh well, good luck with Tony Alford. We're good. We don't need him anymore.
Yeah. So essentially what they're saying is he doesn't close. They would always miss out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? He closed. He's closed now twice on big time targets. So hey, hats off to Tony Alford. He's doing his job, man. He's doing his job.
Hey, listen, I mean, and I mean, I know people are talking about the Jolyn Ellison of it all, and I know that she is a factor with these big time recruits, but you still have to close. You may now have additional resources, but Tony Alford and Sherrone Moore still had to close this guy, and it took years of relationship building. Because remember, Tennessee was doing the same thing. Tennessee was relationship building over these 4 years and growing that relationship over time. And so Savon Hider and his family, they needed to feel the love, and they needed to feel that Michigan was going to be the right fit. And it does seem like when you combine what Tony Alford did, what Sherrone Moore did, and what the Ellison of it all kind of adds into it, it's a compelling recruiting pitch now, TJ.
Well, here's the thing too. Let's just also be very honest here. Players want to play with Bryce Underwood.
Absolutely.
Let's just be honest. So that is going to help draw kids in. It will make Tony Alford's job a lot easier. And guess what? We got Peter Bork. Okay? Like, that's another player. Brady Smeagol. We are now getting those quarterbacks that these kids want to play with. Quite honestly, we're just in a great spot as a program. I mean, we got to get linebacker recruiting up. DQ he's next. He's the next target we're aware of. I do fully anticipate about September, new names will emerge that Michigan's kind of targeting and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, we are just in a great spot. We are as a program. What don't we have? It's just results on Saturday right now.
Linebacker and
linebacker.
And results on Saturday. I mean, that's literally X wide receiver and but like I take your point and I agree 100%. Like I am pleased with how Sharon Moore's recruited the last 2 years.
We got the collective, we got the donors, we got the strength and conditioning, we got the facilities, we got the talent, we got the top end talent. We're just missing a little more on the linebacker position, the alpha wide receiver, and execution on Saturdays right now. And that's just getting to the playoffs. That's it. We're in a great spot as a program. We are in a great spot.
Listen, 3 years ago, like around the time I started hosting this show, it was like Green Day Boulevard of Broken Dreams when it comes to recruiting. Now it's like the victors when it comes to recruiting. That's the difference between, and look, I love Jim Harbaugh. I love that guy. And I think he's one hell of a coach. Recruiting, let's be honest, not always his specialty.
It wasn't his priority.
And look at, and now Sharon Moore, he's charismatic. He relates to the players. He actually, what's interesting about him, and especially with these top recruits, Sharon Moore makes it a habit to talk to them daily or close to daily. And sometimes it's not about recruiting. It's just to see how they're doing. It's to see how their family's doing. It's to see how their high school game went last week or whatever it is that is going on. Sharon Moore tries to, and his staff, they take that personal touch. And anybody who's been in business knows that the key to sales, the key to success is relationship building. It's not just, hey, what's going, hey, have you signed the contract? Hey, have you done? No, it's about, hey, how did your kid's baseball game go last week?
Yeah.
That's what does it.
Right. Building relationship, building trust, building rapport. You're right. You're right, man. And that's what Sharon does, man. He's yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Dude, I'm just ready for I mean, like, I'll be honest, like, I love all this. I am so ready for fucking football, man. I want to see this team play. We're going to talk about it. We got some fall camp updates we'll get to, but at the end of the day, boys, John, we'll close it out here. We got who we've wanted. This is the number one target in the cycle. We got him. Fucking let's enjoy it, man. We got Savon Hider at Michigan.
Absolutely. We do have some more super chats also in celebration of today. And so we got GT. If we stop taking linebackers and turning them into NFL running backs, what are we going to do with HITER? Or if we keep taking them, what are we going to do with HITER? Will he ascend into the heavens and bypass the NFL? People are wondering.
He's already descended from the heavens just to come to earth, just to experience it, to then reascend to the heavens. It's already been written, GT.
Fact. GT with another great super chat there. And then we got Ryan Hall with the 5. The kicker puts us below Ohio in the ratings. What Isaiah Hole said. I will take that. So I think we're 9-10 right now.
I think we are
Ohio 9.
I was looking at it earlier. We looked at it earlier. Let me see.
I looked at a couple of
them. We're right behind Ohio. So we are 10. Ohio State is 9.
So
Ohio
close.
State is 21. We have 22. We are 5 points below Ohio State. Yep, that's where we are. So I mean, I'll tell you that it is interesting here. You know how let's just share this with the community. So here's what the rankings look like, guys. It's very interesting to look at, right? We talked about this earlier on the I kind of want to watch that video. We talked about this earlier on the commitment watch party. But if you look at these teams, guys, here's your future college football playoff. It's going to be Georgia. It's going to be USC, Notre Dame, Texas A&M. They're always failures. Alabama, Texas, Oregon, LSU, Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee, Miami, Florida. These are the top brands in football. Bill Belichick. These are your top brands in football right here. This is what the playoffs are going to be. It's going to be a damn gauntlet too. What's interesting is the reason why these teams are at the top of the food chain right now. 31, 32, 27, 27. Then you get to this level here where it's 21, 21.
Oh,
18,
Georgia
21.
Georgia overtook USC. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, barely. Look at this. 304,
Yeah.
56, 304, 11, you know. A recruiting ranking change could really adjust it. So, but it's just, this is what it is though. This is your new pyramid of hierarchy. This is the new top of the food chain. This is what the playoffs are going to look like here. I think it's exciting. There's a lot of parity. There's gonna be a lot of parity. It's gonna be fun. Best team's gonna win at the end of the day, though.
It's true. And I think it is a lot more parity. Back in maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, everybody could kind of guess who was going to be at the end. It was going to be some combo of Alabama, Georgia, maybe Clemson gets in there, maybe LSU sneaks in every now and then, right? Ohio, right? There weren't very many that were like getting to that top level of the sport. And it often was Alabama, right? It was often Alabama. And then now with what has NIL done? What has this done? Well, now there's 10, 12, 15 teams that could hypothetically make it all the way to the end and at least make the national championship game. Maybe a few less that could actually win the national championship game.
I'd say there's about 8 who could make. I feel like there's probably that 8, but you're right. There's probably like last year's playoff, I don't think was a good example of what it's going to be because the seeding was messed up. They've already said they're going to adjust it. I think as we now it's going to suck. They're going to expand this thing to 14 though, which sucks. But I just feel like there's going to be a more competitive playoff as this thing goes. I think it's just, I do think the talent is rising to the top. And I just think there's going to be a greater separation of like the top 15 to 20 programs versus everybody else. I think that's going to happen.
Absolutely. Just FYI, we got subscriber mode on, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to chat. Help weed out some of the shenanigans that come into the chat from time to time. Wolverine Not So Casual dropping the 20 burger here. Steve Wiltfong says Michigan landed the #1 overall prospect in the country today. Just can't rank a running back #1. They don't go #1 in the draft, but he's as good as his job as anyone in the country. Terrific prospect, best running back in a few cycles. Okay. Well,
okay. So this is actually a good point. Now, I didn't hear Will Fong say this. I do have some catching up to do, but here's why they don't rank running backs #1. It's the dumbest shit ever because running backs won't go 1 overall in the draft. They rank players based off where they think they're going to go in the draft. NFL potential is how they rank these guys. It's insane, dude. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, look, Michigan, Javion Osborne went to Notre Dame because Michigan wanted HITER. So if any Notre Dame fans like, oh, we got Osborne, well, it's because we didn't want Osborne.
Yeah, we cooled on him because we wanted HITER.
We wanted HITER. So that's how that went down. So end of the day, Michigan got who they wanted, #1 target. Shout out to the Ellisons for making that happen.
This is now twice. So 2 years running now, TJ. Michigan got its #1 recruit on their big board.
That's right.
Bryce Underwood last year, Savon Hider this year.
That's right. I'm not sure who 27s is. I mean, we know Dakota Garant's a big time one, but he's ranked around 50. I'm sure there's a higher ranked player thereafter. I'm not necessarily a different position. I'm interested to see. I'm very interested now to learn about the 27 board. It's still early. We'll get a much clearer picture after December, January, and then it'll get even clearer around March. But 27 is going to be interesting to watch. I'm very curious how Michigan. They've stacked 2 classes, and you can see how they've done it. I'm interested to see how this 3rd class looks.
Me too. Ryan Hall's back. Got to give Garrison some credit. The guy has been a better Buckeye than a lot of Ohio fans. You know what? Look. People give Garrison some shit sometimes, but he's a good dude. Also, he doesn't personally attack, which I can't say the same for other Buckeyes. Like he does, he like, and that's why sometimes I'm tougher on people that like try to call him names and stuff, because he doesn't do that. Like he's debating, and so you know what? Debate the guy, debate debate what he says, and I have a lot of issues with some of the things he says, but you know what? He does. I mean, him and Doreen both, like, I put them in that tier of like, you know, they're really cool, reasonable Buckeyes, and just we happen to disagree on Michigan versus Ohio State a lot.
It's so funny we label us like a subset of Buckeye fans as reasonably cool Buckeyes.
Reasonable.
The rest is like garbage.
Yeah, because basically, yeah, it's like there's the reasonable, and then you've got the scoopers. You know, you got the you've got those who shall not be named. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we have more super chats here. So we've got Dareal MVP 4722. So this is a different, just for those. This is a different. This is not the on the main channel, the Kentucky fan, SEC fan. This is Michigan fan Dareal MVP. We might not have any linebackers in the class, but damn it, we've got some. Well, we do have one, but damn it, we've got some dogs in that room ready to feast. Also, prayers out to Babalola, absolutely, and we're gonna get to that in a little bit here, absolutely. Okay, I'll let you decide if you want to read this one from the chief fun officer Nick here.
Yeah, the recruiting director at the Michigan at the Voice College Football, Nick. TJ, you fitness selling dime bags of games for members? Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not. No, officer. No.
Yeah, GT was like, oh, they should be free for members. Dougie Fresh, $1.99. Michigan recruits culture fits. Go blue. Yes. Culture fits, and it doesn't matter if they're a 5-star, a 4-star, 3-star. They come from coastal Carolina, or they come from whatever it is. Like, it's about culture fits.
That's right. That's right, dude. And that's what makes Michigan special, and that's why I'm so excited about what we're building. You know, we don't have the Texas A&M problem where you get this talent and you can't. You got ego and individualism and no team focus. That's not how Michigan operates.
Just a reminder, folks, that if you have a business, product, service, or personal brand, you can sponsor any of the channels at the Voice of College Football. We do, of course, have our our Win Agency is coming back. Thank you so much, Win Agency, coming back as our presenting sponsor this year. However, there is room for any show. If you want to sponsor a show, you want to sponsor an episode, whatever the case may be, sponsorships at vocfb.com. Also, a lot of our other team channels do need a sponsor. And so if you're a fan of two teams, maybe you got your grad degree at another school, I don't judge, right? Go ahead and sponsor Voice of College Football. And of course, our new website, check it out at vocfb.com. Okay, fall camp. And unfortunately, we had a lot of happiness there for the first 40 minutes, and we do have to break some unfortunate news that that true freshman offensive tackle Andrew Babalola, who had a lot of promise, he's apparently doing, you know, from an intelligence perspective, he always knows the answers. That's something that Sharon Moore and staff, they were really proud of him for grasping the offense really quick. He seems to have that football IQ. Unfortunately, it seems like he has suffered a potentially season-ending knee injury, but I am hearing potentially, meaning it's not completely outside the realm of possibility. Maybe by like November, December, end of the year, there could be a comeback, but season ending is what it seems like. TJ, what was your thoughts on the news here?
You want my initial reaction?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, same.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Not good. Bad. Very not good. Extremely bad. I cried for like 3 minutes, but then I got it together because we got to keep pushing, you know. But yeah, dude, this sucks because he was the safety valve. He was the hope in case Link wasn't ready, which I'm going to play a video here in a moment of Link not being ready. But you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Bro, it sucks. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he will get a red shirt, which, I mean, I guess there's that, but yeah, we were hoping, if not start of the year, mid-year or end of year, he would claim that role if Evan Link was struggling, but now that's gone. We are officially in a position now, John, where we are solely depending on Evan Link and Blake Frazier to figure it out at left tackle. That is where we are. And like anyone who's watched our show all off season to this point, we know where my concerns lie. It's that offensive line and specifically that left tackle position. And it does not help that the potential solution is out for majority, if not all of the year. So not good at all.
Yeah. Because Blake Frazier would be, I see him as, in case of emergency, break glass option, but apparently his size is an issue right now. It seems like Evan Link is now definitively your starting left tackle, probably for the whole year.
Let's take a look at that, John. How does that look? How does Evan Link look? Let's take a look here, John.
There's a notable amount of talent, experience, and incoming potential, but the path to greatness isn't plug and play. There's a process that veterans like TJ Guy.
That seems familiar.
Slow ass Evan Link. It gets worse
firsthand.
The game starts with the fundamentals and the pillars of the defense, so that's how we have to prioritize it at first. You can't go in and then try and do some too flashy, too crazy, because you might forget about what gets plays stopped, like from fundamental standpoint.
Guy is Exhibit A. The grad student more than tripled his tackle total from 2023 to 2024 and finished last year with 5.5 sacks and 6 quarterback hurries to be named the team's most improved player.
Well, after getting that award, I knew I wasn't going to have a season where I would get that award again, so if that kind of makes sense, like I knew I was stepping into a different role this year where I had to be an example for the guys at all times and everything I do. So that's just kind of how I was moving throughout training, preparing my body, finding new ways to like get better recovery and things like that.
Where does your leadership DNA or leadership gene come from?
I don't know. I would say I'm a pretty empathetic person. So like, say we're taking the field as a defense, I'm gonna look at all the guys and it's just by looking, I'm gonna know how to do it. I'm gonna tell them what they need to hear and what we need to hear to get off the field as possible.
The D-line has been a consistent force within the program, and Guy feels the aptitude and desire are there.
That is your starting. That is your starting left tackle. Let's watch that again, John.
I shouldn't.
And Guy feels the aptitude and desire are there to continue that.
Oh God.
Fuck.
Blake Frazier, bulk up real fast, please. We need the yakety sax song for yeah.
Bro, we try to tell. I try to tell the coaching staff, get a left tackle, and they put all their chips in the basket on Evan Link and Andrew Babaloa, man. And we got Evan Link just getting absolutely. We're gonna watch it one more time, and then I'm gonna burn this film. Okay, we're gonna act like this didn't happen. But look at him just get thrown like a little rag doll.
And desire are there to continue that tradition.
Talent.
Look at him. You see him? Damn it, bro. Like, well, guess what? Word is he's been very inconsistent in camp again. We have a problem.
To be fair, it's against it. Like,
TJ
I think he's gonna look pretty good against the New Mexico Lobos. Okay. TJ, that was TJ, that guy. He's not just TJ guy anymore. He's, according to all reports, he has taken a major leap to TJ, that guy. So to be fair, but it's not good. It's not a good look.
Bro, like, TJ Guy better be All-American or All-Big Ten if that's how he's making Evan Link look. I mean, he literally ran by him once and then freaking threw him to the ground the other time. I mean, or not threw him to the ground, but just ragdolled him out of the way. It's something we talked about all off season. You know, I don't lie to you guys. I'm very honest about my concerns for the team and point blank, let's hope it's not a concern during the season, but Look, spring ball. It's the same thing as last year, John. Evan Link had inconsistencies in fall ball last year. Spring ball this year, Evan Link had inconsistencies. We're going through the same thing with inconsistencies again this season, this fall camp. We have a 18-year-old, officially 18-year-old freshman quarterback that is going to be protecting his blind side.
Okay.
Anyways.
So with that said, Blake Frazier, get yourself bulked up. And then you move Evan Link over to right guard. And then you're gonna need to probably move some people around, I think, by game 6. I don't know. I don't see this as your formula for success long term.
We're gonna find out. Let's just hope he figures it out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and let's face it, right? He did do well down the stretch. He did well in the Rely Quest. He did well against Ohio. So
yes, he did. He did.
Let's give him a shot. We give everyone a chance, but good Lord.
He's getting a shot. But like it's just such like I would care less if it was like left guard, but it's left tackle. It's just such a it is what it is. We'll keep moving. I mean, let's hope for the best. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he's all Big Ten caliber. Because I had Babalola there, I felt I was like, okay, it'll work itself out. But now it's like, oh well, now we're down a serious player, and it is what it is. But
yeah, so some of the other pieces, it does kind of seem, and this is, we've been saying this if you've been watching our show, this should not come as a surprise. Bryce Underwood's the starter. And it's only become more and more obvious as things have gone on that he is just a couple of notches above. It's very rare that Michigan starts a true freshman, especially at quarterback or at any position, really. They don't do it usually. But this guy coming in, even at his, like, folks, he's going to make mistakes. He's 18. He just turned 18. He's going to make mistakes. But his command of the offense, his dual threat ability, apparently there are packages being created for his legs. There are things happening. Like he is going to be able to execute the offense enough, right? Do I expect to see Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall heavily in the first couple of games? Yes, I do. But if Bryce can just pull out some 7-yarders to a tight end, Marlon Klein, get a 12-yarder out to McCauley here and there. I'm not saying he has to be Superman, but if he can just nail those basic throws, you're already ahead of last year significantly.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get more into that later in the show too. But like, it does seem like he is now the definitive starter. The running back situation is interesting because it does seem like Justice Haynes may have taken a step forward, and it seems like he is now, according to multiple sources, it looks like he's been in the offense for multiple years. So that was a real quote. He has been in the offense, even though he hasn't, but it looks like he has. And he's a player that's going to be hard to keep off the field. I'm not going to make an official call one way or another. I think it's still going to be 1A, 1B, and they're probably going to be swapping. And it's going to be very Corum Edwards, very Haskins Corum, very duo. But it does seem like Justice Haynes is impressing.
And that has been my pick since December. Who's going to be RB1? I think it is going to be Justice Haynes. It doesn't mean I don't love Marshall, because I do. I just call like I see it on that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, John, that Justice Haynes is getting a lot of good praise coming out of camp. I mean, it's not that Jordan Marshall's not playing well either, because he is. So the good news is we have 2 quality running backs back there, 2 starting quality running backs, which is what Michigan wants. Like, this isn't a situation where one guy's a starter and the other guy is not good enough to be a starter. No, Michigan wants 2 starting caliber running backs to keep them fresh and keep them going. So that's what it is, at the end of the day. So happy to hear it. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to watching him play.
For sure. We're going to get to wide receiver later. We have a wide receiver. Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh, I got more. So the linebackers have been showing out. Like we talked about it last Tuesday again. Mm-hmm. On Saturday, they had their most physical scrimmage yet. And, all word is Barham and Houseman and Sullivan and Reuter looked great. Houseman and Barham apparently look like they're almost in midseason form by all accounts. They're ready to go, in which we've expected. We're very high on the linebackers this year. Very excited about that. Donovan McCauley, John, which we've talked about, has been flashing. I've said, again, this is another one since December. I've said this is the alpha for 2025. This is the wide receiver who's going to lead the team, in my opinion, in yards and touchdowns. And he is showing to be one of the most consistent passing threats that Bryce Underwood has. So that's exciting as well. A lot of people have been asking, what about tight ends? Well, Marlon Klein's starting to, he's the one who's kind of the lead of the pack, it appears. So Marlon Klein's starting to make some noise, which is also good. And then Anthony Simpson, John, I know me and you were talking, we're getting the wide receivers here. And we don't know.
Before we leave tight end, apparently Zach Marshall and Deacon Tonielli are getting more play because Hogan Hansen's been down. So my guy, Zach Marshall, who was one of the first interviews I ever did, is doing very well. And I knew he would because of his attitude. And when I interviewed him, he had a great attitude. He's getting some play at blocking. He's getting some play at receiving. Watch out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what tight ends really step up this year during the season. That's what I'm excited. Who's the next tight end in Michigan? I'm not quite sure. Is it Marlon Klein? Is he ready? I'm not sure. So we'll look there. But the defense is playing at a great level. Bryce Underwood is also, like, that's the thing too, is like they are saying Bryce Underwood is really getting more and more comfortable. He's pushing the ball downfield, and it's just exciting to hear that. It just comes down to, can the offensive line protect him, which we've already gone into that. We don't got to go any deeper. So end of the day, John, we have running backs. There's a lot of positive news about at least Justin Haynes. We know Jordan Marshall's a good running back. Donovan McCauley, positive news. Marlon Klein, positive news. Defensively, defense looks good. Like it's been the consistent since day one of fall camp. This defense looks good, very good. So I'm excited to see that. I want to also bring this up. This is kind of off topic, but on topic. Week 2, we play Oklahoma. They're having offensive line issues. If this defensive line can be what it's being projected as, or I guess maybe even hyped up as, Oklahoma's it's gonna be a long day for Oklahoma. Their offensive line, they ranked 130th in sacks given up last year. They are already. I've kind of been paying attention to Oklahoma's fall camp news. Their own people are saying offensive line's a problem. It doesn't look good in camp. They got like one guy that they feel confident about. One. So if that's the case and this defensive line can eat, that game might go a little bit better than we anticipate. But we'll see. A lot. We'll see how we look week 1, and we'll see how Oklahoma looks, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited. I'm encouraged. We are just literally, John, we are less than 2 weeks away from the first game of the year. We are right there, boys.
It's coming, and yes, and we have we are getting our media guests already locked for the year. So we've already got our first 4 locked for the first 4 previews. So we're very excited about that, and I do believe that our OU hosts have confirmed that they are going to be in for the Oklahoma previews. That's very exciting.
Yes, so we got the Smiths. They confirmed. We know they're kind of a fan favorite here on the channel. So the Smiths will be joining us the week of the Oklahoma game. So looking forward to that.
We also have Sean Ryder from the Albuquerque Journal joining us next Tuesday for New Mexico. And we have Adam Jaxa, who is literally he is employed by Central Michigan University. He is the TV and radio voice broadcaster of the Chippewas. Adam Jaxa is going to be here for CMU preview week. And of course, our own Justin Adams coming on for Nebraska week. It's going to be some lit conversations, some really great guests coming up. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Yeah, man. And we're more to come. We're not done. Yeah, I actually have an announcement on a special guest for Thursday. We'll talk about at the end of the show.
Cannot wait for that. So it does look like Ryan Hall has gifted 5 Those Who Stay memberships to Toes, Jabroni, Jennifer Davis Smith, Dan Williams, and B Form. So thank you so much for that. and for the 5 gifted memberships. That means all 5 of you that I just named, go ahead and hit refresh. You get to enjoy a whole bunch of really cool emojis right now. So go ahead and do that. And thank you, Ryan Hall, for that gift. Means a lot to us. Okay. In addition to that, I also want to mention that the owner of our network, Mark Rogers, wrote a book. It's called Disputed National Champions. Get it at an Amazon near you, talking about the national championships of the 1990s. Okay, so we promised you some more talk on wide receivers. So here we go. From everything we have heard in camp, remember that Chip Lindsey has said he is looking for 6 starting wide receivers. So while we normally talk about who's the starting X, who in other words, your alpha, your deep receiver option, who's your slot receiver, your Y, and who's your Z on the other side, there are 6 that Chip Lindsey wants to have as starting caliber, so that these top 3 can get a rest, rotate some others in, special packages, all of that stuff. So we've got, as TJ mentioned earlier, Donovan McCulley has solidified the X receiver role. You will see him lining up out there. Donovan McCulley, coming in from Indiana, has just taken up the offense. He knows the offense, and he has solidified that X position, which is really great to hear.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got number 1, John. He's wearing number 1. There's a lot of responsibility with that number. It's up to him now. He's got to produce. Him and Bryce Underwood have got to produce. He's got to be Bryce Underwood's bailout receiver. He's got to be able to go get the ball when Bryce has to make a play. So excited. I believe in Donovan McCulley. Let's see how he does, though.
Absolutely. Wide receiver Y. Now, I agree with Isaiah Hole on this. Isaiah Hole said, hey, I might have said Simpson, or I might have said someone else here, but Samaj Morgan has taken a step up in camp, one-handed catches, looking really good, and it does look like he seems to be thriving in Chip Lindsey's offense, and he said that early on in spring. He said, Chip Lindsey's going to call stuff for me that's different. It's not, because he's more than just a gadget guy. Well, TJ, now he's proving that he's more than just a gadget guy with some of what we've seen on film and some of what has been reported in camp.
I'll say this. Samaj Morgan has been in a lot of highlights. He has been in a lot of highlights this fall camp. You know what I mean? Like he's made some excellent catches. He's made more than one-handed grab. I'm on the like wait and see I got to see it. But look, the word is, like you said, John, like he's producing in camp and he has been on these highlight reels. I think Anthony Simpson's going to give him a battle for that Y position. But that's to be determined, John. That's like to your point, like there's like Chip Lindsey wants 6 wide receivers. I don't know that's 6, and we're going to talk about that because me and John have a bit of a debate at the end here. But hey, if Samaj Morgan's the guy, if he's ready, if it's his time, then let's go. I'm ready for that.
And of course, and I promise you, this is not just my Fred Moore, leader of the Fred Moore excitement train, but based on camp reports, it does seem like, at least for the beginning, I'm not saying this is going to be game 12.
Yeah, you're right.
But for game 1, Fred Moore, you're starting Z. The first play out there in the New Mexico Lobos, you're going to see McCulley, Morgan, and then Fred Moore is going to get his opportunity based on what we've seen in camp. We've seen a couple of videos of him catching some balls in camp. Does look like he's in that top 3. But again, we will see.
No, I would listen. We know my position on Fred Moore. I felt that he would lose that spot either to Channing Goodwin or Andrew Marsh, but it does appear heading into week 1, and there is still one more week here until next week when things are a little more finalized. I think what is it, next Monday? That's correct. Next Monday, by the way, Sherrone Moore is going to announce the starting quarterback, so we all know who that is, though. Yeah, it does appear that Fred Moore has that Z position, and that will be your starting Z.
Yep. And of course, we have the other three, because remember, it's going to be 6, not 3. So who are the other 3 starters? So we're in agreement on these first 2. So we've got Channing Goodwin as the starter number 4. So Channing Goodwin, TJ and I were live in person, watched at the spring game the chemistry between Channing Goodwin and Bryce Underwood. It was undeniable. It seemed like they were talking another language. They were just in sync on the field, and we all saw it.
Yes. And this is why, so following up on the Fred Moore situation, this is why I thought Channing Goodwin would push for that starting Z position, but to be determined there. We'll find out when the first game starts. But yeah, I would say Channing Goodwin is next man up in the Z role. We'll have to see, though. I mean, I still have hope for Andrew Marsh, and we're going to get to Andrew Marsh, but it does appear to be Fred Moore, then Channing Goodwin at the Z spot.
Yeah, I do think, though, Andrew Marsh is going to be getting some play at various positions as relief pitcher, as a starting, not exactly starting at the very first snap, but part of that, he's going to play in games type of rotation. Andrew Marsh as we know, is a true freshman. However, he's got that ability. We were all very excited when Ron Bellamy pulled this guy. We've had him on the show, and he has the intangibles and the athleticism that you need to start as a true freshman, especially, let's be honest, the wide receiving core has underperformed. And so it opens the door for someone like Andrew Marsh as a true freshman. And I do believe that out of all the true freshmen, I believe that Andrew Marsh is in the best position to be one of the 6 who you'll see in games.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an accurate statement, man. I can't debate it. I feel the same there. I mean, I think you are 100% on the money. And so we have, let's see. So we have Donald McCoy, Samaj Morgan, Fred Moore, Goodwin, and Marsh. All right, then this is where the debate is. Okay.
Here we go. So in chat, let us know who you think is going to be the final of the 6 starting wide receivers.
There's 3 legitimate options, I would say.
And I will open the floor with Kendrick Bell. Kendrick Bell, of course, the younger brother of Ronnie Bell. Kendrick Bell able to play multiple positions on the field, wide receiver as well as a gadget quarterback if need be. Kendrick Bell, who I think could play in relief at any of, especially I think he could play at X as a relief, not as a start, not as a game 1, snap 1 starter, but as a relief to McCauley. I think he's capable of deep shots. I think he's capable of slot. And they're, like I said, I think they're going to try him at various positions. Go Blue. Thank you for agreeing there. But he's not the only one. I see some people mentioning some others that we were also discussing.
So the name that you're seeing is Browder. The name is Browder. That's not the name I got. The name that, all right, so Browder's the other one, which is why I said there's 3 legitimate options here, in my opinion. And Browder's a good one. I mean, I just think McCauley's going to be holding that X down, and I don't know how much run Browder's really going to get, But is it possible they put Browder on one side and McCauley on the other? Maybe. So the 6th wide receiver I have is Anthony Simpson. I think Anthony Simpson's going to be battling Samaj Morgan. I mentioned it a little earlier. I think it's Anthony Simpson. I don't think it's Kendrick Bell. I really do not think Kendrick Bell is even in this mix, but John feels confident he is in this mix. So it may be, and let me just say this. I'm coming from a place of assumption because I don't know the answer. I don't know who the 6 in rotation truly are. But we do have a good idea. Like we know Goodwin, we know Goodwin, we know Morgan, we know McCauley, we know Fred Moore, right? That's your 4. We are confident Andrew Marsh is in this rotation. It's just what's that last spot. So it does come down to
There's one more name that people are mentioning.
Who?
Peyton O'Leary, who I believe is inconsistent. Did Peyton O'Leary have a really cool catch at Ohio State? Yes.
Peyton O'Leary is
but he's inconsistent, folks. And you
Dude,
can't have that. We've had too much inconsistency in
the
wide
legend
receiver.
of Peyton O'Leary, bro. Like Peyton O'Leary is like he's like that guy everybody loves, man. I just don't see it. I don't think it's a thing, but we'll find out. I mean, listen, I'll take an L if he is. If Peyton O'Leary is that dude and he's in the rotation, then hats off to Peyton O'Leary.
Yeah, I mean, look, he made a good play, but let's all calm down a little bit. I just think you need at the wide receiver position, what has Michigan needed the most over the last year? And I would argue the last 5 years, consistency. You have great moments, right? Roman Wilson, I'd say, was the best example of consistency for a year, right? 2023, he was consistently good. I wouldn't even say like excellent, elite. He was consistently good with a few flashes of elite, like in the Alabama game. Okay. But I'm just asking for consistently good. Just doesn't have to be Odell Beckham Jr. one-handed catches. It doesn't have to be Jeremiah Smith in the playoffs. It just has to be consistently good. Stop running bad routes. Like know how to read defenses, know how to catch balls most of the time. And it seems like you've got a cast of characters with the people that we've mentioned that it looks like there could be consistently good.
We'll see. I mean, yeah,
We'll
I think all right, listen. What does this room look like compared to last year? Much better.
Much better.
Like, and we talked about this before, with the addition of McCauley, Browder, Marsh, and Simpson, we already have an improved room. Now you add in an experienced offensive coordinator and a generational young quarterback with a lot of talent. We are already a net positive. We are already, without even stepping on the field, a net positive. Now it's about execution. So I'm excited about it. Again, this is the beginning of a lot more to come. And I mean, after this, like from this season forward, there's a lot of great things coming for Michigan and the offense. But we're in a good spot. Like it's really just one position we've already hit on that. That's left tackle that I have my concerns with. The rest, I feel it's capable of being good enough to reach the goals we have. But it's where we are. So I'm just curious, like, and I'm sure we all are. I mean, it's not just, is this offense going to be able to sustain drives and put up enough points so this defense does not have to win us games? That's the offense's responsibility. Get enough points to where it's not on the defense's shoulders and sustain drives. And if they can do that, we'll be just fine.
And it's worth mentioning that you now have a competent offensive coordinator who came from UNC, who has an offensive style, spread and smash, that's very consistent with what Sharon Moore wants to run. Then you add, right, Soup Campbell, who is a veteran coach, a veteran wide receivers coach in the golden era of Michigan wide receivers in the early 2000s. Like he is the guy that you want helping out in that room. I have optimism that this could be a better year for wide receivers. And I've been one of the harshest, I'd say, on the coaching. I think it can improve this year.
Oh, no doubt. Well, I guess what I'll guarantee it will. I guarantee this. I guarantee, John, it was a low bar last year. I guarantee 3 receptions for 30 yards are not going to be legacy games. Okay. Last year we had the term legacy game for any wide receiver.
Yeah.
Got like 3 receptions for 30 yards.
Yeah.
I guarantee we're going to be in a better position this season. I am willing to guarantee that.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, TJ, we have quite a few super chats and notes here. Detective Loki, 13 months of membership. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
and for being around. You have been for all those 13 months and longer. You've been here. You've been contributing. You've been part of this community. Appreciate you very much. Hammer Week has been amazing so far. HITER and fighting the NCAA ruling. And I just have to pop that up one more time. There it is. Yeah.
You know what's funny, John?
What's that?
Buckeyes were fucking wrong.
What a shock. What a shock.
Damn, bro. Like, dude, they took. It's embarrassing. Like, I don't know how that fan base is not slightly embarrassed, man. Like, how are you not? That's so embarrassing, bro. To be so bought into an outcome that did not happen.
Yeah, it was their entire, especially certain podcasts, it was their entire livelihood for 2 years. It was they made it their identity, they made it their personality, but it wasn't, go back even further. Go back to 2021, 2022, when they said, wait till November. We're going to get you in November. In 2021, it was the cold, it was the snow, it was the flu, it was the weather, it was this, that, and the other. We weren't feeling great. And then in 2022, what happens? Michigan goes into Columbus, beats Ohio State by more in 50-degree weather. And then you had more. So, like, this has been an ongoing last 4 years of the Buckeyes just being wrong.
And we planted the flag. And
Facts.
Ohio State's pussy.
Facts.
Dude. We had our specials team doing OHIO on their field.
Oh, yeah. Good
stuff. Hey, John, this is why the game doesn't mean as much anymore, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what they say. They're like, oh, what does it mean as much? The game, it doesn't, because you're getting your ass kicked and it's embarrassing and you know it.
Oh, yeah. I can't forget about the win last year. Yeah, the JH, the win last year. Right. That's what did it. GT keeps hiding under the bed, waiting for this massive hammer. Is it safe to come out now? I think it's safe, GT.
I don't know. GT, listen, there's a countdown clock, like 20 more days, bro. 20 more days. And then maybe it's safe. And then there'll be another countdown clock.
Ryan Hall with the 10. How do we see Michigan's defense stacking up to be and shacking up? I love that typo. Stacking up to be, and how do they compare to last year? Oof. It's a tough question because I think they could be as good or better, even though you just lost NFL draft talent.
I agree. I think the defense is deeper, just not as top heavy with its talent. But I think we're looking at a top 10 unit, and I think it's gonna perform better from early on versus mid to later in the year. I think the defense is going to be at a top 10 level.
I think you're right, and you can see it in all the film I've been looking at that they've. I mean, of course, they don't release everything, but in the film that I've been looking at, the defense just looks like they're imposing their will. They're doing what they do. Now, the offense, I think, is doing a better job this year of responding than they were a year ago. God knows. But yeah. It does look like the defense is going to be filthy again on D-line, at linebacker, at cornerback, Jair Hill, Zeke Berry at the cornerback spots. And then you got the Metcalf brothers, TJ at the nickel, and then potentially, I'm not counting out Tevis Metcalf from eventually taking a starting spot. He is somebody I think people are sleeping on.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think he had a great spring game. I've been a fan of his since we got him. It's possible he's in the rotation. See, it just depends on you're saying wait. I'm sorry. Did you say TJ Metcalf at the nickel or Tevis?
So at the nickel, TJ Metcalf. Okay. That's been not confirmed, but it's a pretty good guesstimate.
I mean, that he's playing there. Yeah.
Tevis Metcalf, I could see at a safety position, and I'm not saying game one, either, but you know how Wink Martindale likes to rotate everybody. So let's say Tevis plays really well in, I don't know, Nebraska game or whatever in the fourth quarter, or CMU in the third or fourth quarter. Well, then he's going to start to see the field a smidge more, and then a smidge more, and then that's how Wink does it. Like, he's the conductor of the orchestra.
Yeah.
All right. J.R. Morris with the super sticker, $9.99. Thank you so much, J.R. Morris, for that. We really appreciate that contribution. Elijah is on the Fred Moore train. Breaking news. Take a screenshot of this, folks. Elijah Bowman on the Fred. Listen, there's room for everybody on the Fred Moore train, okay? Everybody's welcome.
Yeah, man. I think Elijah broke this news last Thursday. It was recently. I found out about this recently. I was like, wait a minute. Is this just a real account? Because, for those who don't know, anyone who's been following us, Elijah is very critical of our wide receivers, but not because he hates them, because he loves them. He just wants them to do well,
Right.
And but he's critical. Yeah, man, he's on. Let's see. All right, so he's on the bandwagon for Fred Moore. I mean, he's joined the bandwagon with John. John D'Adamo has been leading that charge for a while now.
And then, of course, he turns around and says, Samaj is not a power 4 wide receiver.
He's got to balance it out. He's got to balance it out, John.
You got to, look.
You can't have two positives in a row. There's got to be a positive.
And then it gets better. Michigan wide receiver room was so bad that O'Leary played.
There's Elijah. That's Elijah.
I was like, this doesn't sound like Elijah. There he is. That's who I remember.
Yeah.
And then watch Goodwin take someone's spot. Elijah, that's not exactly even a super hot take. I actually think Jaden Goodwin is legit, and he is going to get time. He's going to, he'll be rotated in. And if he outperforms the starters, he absolutely could take someone's spot. He, like I said, the chemistry with him and Bryce, undeniable. It's there. You see it, and the proof was there when we went live. And it's hard to look at it on film and see the same. Like, when you're there live, that's when you can really feel that chemistry. It's hard to explain, but I really felt it. Like, those two were just on the same wavelength.
I agree. They were one of the best. They had the best some of the best chemistry in spring ball. I mean, that's from what we could see.
And of course, we have Caden the Diesel Freak joining us with the 5. So thank you, Caden. Caden's starting to be on camera now. I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the F350 with an International DT 360 turbocharged diesel engine, wondering if Michigan is being serious.
Michigan, they're pretty serious, buddy. I mean, I don't know.
Seems like we're pretty serious.
Yeah.
The news today, I don't know. The news today seemed pretty serious.
Caden, let me ask you, buddy. Caden loves fucking stirring shit up. Caden, was it serious last November? Let me know. Let your boy know.
So what happened to?
Ask Jack Sawyer if it was serious.
What happened to 36 vacated wins? What happened to vacated title? What happened to Sharon Moore serving 6 games? What happened to those things, Caden? Just saying.
Were those his predictions?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, we had a little chat on Mark Rogers.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Ryan Hall is back. He is going to, if he keeps going, he's going to gift every single person a membership, and I love it.
Ryan Hall is in mid-season form right now. He's ready.
You really are.
He's ready for the season.
Let's see if I can find who got them. B form, Dan Williams. Oh no, those were the other ones. Yeah, I can't find them. I can't find them. But 5 people got those who stay. Go ahead and hit the refresh button and enjoy your emojis. We got Courtney Harper's here. I'm here late, but I'm here. Go Blue with the $2. Shout out, Go Blue, Courtney. Thanks for being here. Keith Rebar in the house. Remember, I'm captain of the Samaj Morgan fan club.
All right, so we got Keith on the Samaj Morgan fan club. We got Elijah and John on the Fred Moore fan club. I'm Donovan McCauley. We got a lot on the Peyton O'Leary. We got a lot on the Peyton O'Leary.
I know he really got some love today. Yeah. I like this combo here, Elijah. McCauley at the X, Goodwin at the Y, and Fred Moore at the Z. I could see that. That.
Potentially.
Daniel Kazort with the $5. I saw quite a few.
No way.
Buckeyes fans posting pictures of HITER like they actually had a chance. I think most Buckeyes who have been watching and paying attention knew that they weren't getting him. I'm going to be fair. Like, I think a lot of them who have been watching knew they weren't getting him.
If any Buckeyes were saying they had a chance to get Savon Hider, you need to check on them because their sense of reality is gone.
Yeah.
And that's
now
not good.
6 months ago, it's a different story where they were saying they might get Savon Hider. But 6 months later, I think if anybody who's plugged in, they're watching every week and they pay attention, they knew it was a Michigan-Tennessee battle.
That dream died in like March for them.
Right. Yeah. Let's see here. And then Ryan Hall is back with the 2 with a laughing emoji I'm guessing laughing at the Buckeyes, which is what we're doing today. It's that kind of show. Absolutely. All right, folks. Here we go with our last topic. And I've been seeing this, and forgive me, I was trying to find the person who said it. I saw it on Instagram earlier today, but it's not the first time I've seen it, where people are saying that there are these comparisons to Trevor Lawrence for Bryce Underwood. And part of it's because they're both true freshmen. Part of it's because they were both very highly touted recruits coming out of high school, both in the 9,900 in the scores. And but saying that Bryce Underwood is actually going to have to be Trevor Lawrence level for Michigan to be playoff bound. And what I'm going to ask those people is, did you watch last year Michigan win 7 regular season games and a bowl game with the 129th passing offense in the country? Like, Michigan got 8 wins with a running back and an elite defense, basically. So I'm not really sure that's the case. I think Bryce Underwood, like Steve Day said, like Isaiah Hole said, if he's just a guy, if he's Cade McNamara, or he's even a little worse than Cade McNamara on completion, but he runs the ball for like 150, 200 yards, I'm in. I think that's a 10-win season easily with the schedule.
I'm going to take a quote from Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
All Bryce Underwood needs to do, just do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Facilitate the offense. Get the ball to your receivers. You don't got to be a hero. Just play your position. Like, you don't got to win us games yet. I'm sure there will be a drive. We've talked about this. There will be a drive. It will be on his shoulders. I'm sure there will be. But at the end of the day, just do your job. Let your team do their job. Play as a team and get victories. That's all he needs to do his first year. He does not need to, although, let's just be honest, he's going to probably feel like he's got to will this team to victory. I'm sure internally he feels that way. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong on that, but I assume that Underwood feels like it's his job to get victories. Like a leader would. He's a leader, right? At the end of the day, he probably feels it's his responsibility to get victory, help this team reach its highest potential. That is probably, I would say, probably accurate. But to give clarity, what did Trevor Lawrence do his freshman year? Trevor Lawrence was 65% completion, 3,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. If Bryce Underwood is anywhere near that, holy shit, we're going to the playoffs. Like, lock that in. Chad Henne is the other freshman a lot of people like to bring up. Chad Henne had 2,700 yards, so we're talking 500 yards less than Lawrence, 25 touchdowns, which is 5 touchdowns less than Lawrence, and he had 12 interceptions where Lawrence had 4. Chad Henne's completion percentage was 60. If I can get Bryce Underwood, so I'll give you what I'm hoping Bryce Underwood can do for us. I want Bryce Underwood around 63% completion, but if you can get to 65, that's excellent because that's considered very good. I would love to see about 2,500 yards from Bryce. Okay. All I need from him is about 22 touchdowns and keep the interceptions under 10. If you can keep him under 10, that's all I need from him. In terms of rushing, I would like to see a good 400 yards out of Bryce for the year and maybe 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns. I don't need anything more than that. And then that would be a very good season for Bryce Underwood, a very good freshman season. Don't need anything more. I think the team is good enough to where with the running backs we have, with the defense we have, he just needs to do his job. That's it. That's my expectation for Bryce Underwood this year. We'll see if he can live up to it. But, and let me just, last thing I want to stress, John, because we've talked about this before, and if anyone's new watching or hasn't seen any of our former episodes, Chad Henne and Trevor Lawrence had a better supporting cast offensively than Bryce Underwood. Chad Henne had four NFL wide receivers. I believe it was Avant, Breston, Braylon Edwards, and there was one more. Massaquoi. I don't know what it was. It was something. I'd have to look, but we looked at it before. It was nuts. He had freaking Jake Long, or I forgot, was it Tara Lewan? He had somebody, one of the elite left tackles. I can't remember if it was Long or Jake, David Bass as a center, I believe is what it was. Like, Chad Henne had an elite offense around him with a freshman Mike Hart. Okay. Now Bryce Underwood does have very good running backs around him, so we're in a good spot. But those quarterbacks, and then Trevor Lawrence, we know what he had at Clemson, very well stacked. That so Bryce Underwood just again needs to be 18. Remember, guys, 18, fresh 18. Yes, he's a phenom, but he just needs to play his role. He'll be okay.
Mario Manningham
yeah, that's who it was. That's the other one. Yeah, that's insane.
That's
tell me.
Wild.
Imagine giving Bryce Underwood, Jason Avant, Braylon Edwards, Mario Manningham, Steve Bruston.
Yeah, then you're looking at probably a Heisman and a national title if Bryce has those.
Give him 4 NFL wide receivers, bro. Like Jesus. So that's what Chad Henne had. Okay, so if anyone is wondering why Chad Henne had such a great year and why, can Bryce do it? Well, just understand that there's a bit of a supporting cast difference for each quarterback.
Yeah, for me, 19, 20, 21 touchdowns, 8, 9 picks. That would be great. I think, again, expect early, and I'm saying this because I'm reading the tea leaves of what they're saying. It's changed. When Chip Lindsey first got brought on, they were talking about how the offense was going to be very balanced, that there was going to be more passing, and now I'm hearing a lot of quotes about Michigan continuing to have their running identity, and I think that's because they're going to play Bryce Underwood, and because just be prepared for there to be a lot of running. And that's okay as long as the running is strategic.
Yeah. I got some breaking news. That's funny.
Breaking news. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to NL62. So we're not the only ones celebrating tonight, boys. We are not the only ones celebrating the Savon Hider commitment. You want to see who else is celebrating, John?
Who's that?
Check this out. Tony Alford, Sean McGee, and Hip Hoji, baby. The boys did good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck yeah, bro. Victory cigars for the boys.
Victory cigar. That's what's up.
Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out to NL62. Thank you, brother, for tagging me. I appreciate people when they tag me. Thank you, brother. Let them know, coach. Good job. Appreciate you guys, man.
Y'all deserve your cigars, okay? Like that's the type of win you get your cigars out. You get the number one running back in the nation.
Yes, exactly. That is a well-earned victory there, boys. How fucking epic is Tony Alford toking that cigar, bro? Fuck Ohio State, buddy.
Facts. And Keegan, Savon the Hammer Hider. That's right, folks. The hammer did wind up coming, and it's Savon Hider. That is. Thank you, Keegan. By the way, I appreciate.
Keegan, how good did that feel to type out, man?
And of course, Caden couldn't leave things well enough alone. Kagan did decide to contribute one more time. Thank you for that, Caden. TJ, I'll let you guys celebrate and party because it's a Michigan party, but I'm drinking Mountain Dew's fixing shit. Oh, okay.
That's all right. Hey, all right.
That sounds nefarious.
Keep fixing away, Caden. We appreciate you supporting the channel, brother.
Okay. All right. Fixing shit as in like cars. Okay. That's
yeah.
All right.
What'd you think?
I don't know. My mind was going all kinds of places there. GT with the 5. Forget Trevor Lawrence. He can play like Lawrence Welk. And we'll win 10 games. Shout out PBS Lawrence Welk Hour. How about that? That's a throwback.
I don't know what the fuck Lawrence Welk is.
It's a show my mom watches on PBS. There's Bubbles and they sing songs.
Oh,
it's from now. Like the 60s, 70s.
I don't even know who he was. That's great.
Yeah. Hey, but how about Dave Rose with the 20 burger? Taking the kids to their first game August 30th. So you're going to be the New Mexico Lobos. Can you talk about where to stay in Ann Arbor? Thanks and go blue. So it's interesting that you bring that up. So there are a couple of Airbnbs that you could look at potentially. I have stayed before at the Graduate Hotel. So I've stayed at the Graduate, and it's a good spot for sure. I'm sure that we have some people. I don't know, TJ, if you have some other suggestions. But
Not staying. I mean, the only thing I've ever I typically either drive to Ann Arbor. I've stayed in 2 Airbnbs. Actually, one of the Airbnbs I stayed in, bro, was so epic, but I can't find it, and I don't remember the address. I'm so pissed. I stayed in 2015, but it was gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, just Airbnb it. I don't have any hotel recommendations. I've never stayed in one in Ann Arbor. But yeah, I mean, you got to hit the Little Brown Jug. I'll just say that. That's an absolute must when you come to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, got to get the brown jug and get the Jim Harbaugh burger. just for posterity. DeReal with the 5. I was looking through running back recruiting rankings the last few years, and HITER is the highest rated since the 2018 class. Like the highest rated of all running backs ever.
Yeah, like I don't know. If that's fucking true, that's wild, bro.
Caden's back. You fellas can celebrate because it's your show, and I may never get
pussy.
But I enjoy fixing trucks and farm equipment. Okay.
There you go, bro. Hey, keep America moving, Caden. We appreciate that, buddy.
Listen, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Hey, bro. He's fixing equipment. Listen to the fucking boys talk some ball, bro. I respect it.
Hey, absolutely. Folks, we've got some things to let you know about here. First of all, please know that in about 25 minutes, join us for the college football show late night with Mark Rogers on the main channel. And I'm going to ask everybody if you have the time to go over and check it out. The reason is because Mark Rogers, we owe our broadcasting career to Mark Rogers. Number 2, yours truly is going to be guesting this season. So I want to build that show. Let's build that thing up. Bring over all the Michigan Wolverines, and you're going to see me over there at various points during the season, hosting shows, 10 p.m. every day, Monday through Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, on the main channel. And then, of course, this show every Tuesday and Thursday. TJ, we got the Michigan Wolverines call-in show with you and Johnny Olden, and I believe you have a little bit of an announcement.
That's right. So me and John, I don't even know if I told Johnny Olden yet. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But just got it confirmed. One of the biggest, one of the larger Twitter accounts on social media, Michigan Wise, is going to be joining the show. None other than the very intelligent and beautiful Michelle. Michelle is going to be joining us next Thursday. We're going to talk some ball for an hour. Looking forward to that, man. So excited. And we're going to see her opinion on the upcoming season. And then we'll take your guys' calls at some point in the show, and we'll go from there, man. But we're pretty thrilled to have her on.
That is massive news. So special guest Michelle joining the Michigan. Man, I might have to call in.
Got to.
Special guest Michelle.
Fuck it. Join us, bro. Yeah, let's have a good show.
Yeah, I do have to move my apartment, so we'll see about being on the. But I'm going to try to stop by because So Michelle is a lawyer. For those of you who don't know, I want to hear what she has to say from the legal perspective on all of this stuff, with respect to the hammer, with respect to Connor Stallions, if he's going to sue, what would happen if he sued, what would happen if Michigan goes past the appeal process and decides to sue, because that's what I want to know. I want to know, like, because I'm not a lawyer, I want to know what would that look like if Connor Stallions decides to sue. What would happen? Because I think that's probably, out of every possible lawsuit, it would be Connor Stallions, because he's impacted the most. 8-year show cause. He wants to head coach in college. It's in the manifesto. So Jim Harbaugh's good. Minner's good. All those coaches are good. They're in the NFL. They're not coming back to college. Connor Stallions, it impacts him a lot, right? 8-year show cause. It's going to impact any employment with any school in college. I'd like to see what happens there. So special guest Michelle the lawyer, who those of you know from, and many of you know from X, coming Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, man. I see the community's pretty excited about it. So yeah, whoever on, we'll have a good time.
Yeah. Moose.
No,
All
hey,
right.
Listen. She's an attractive girl, but listen, man, she's a diehard Michigan fan and she's very intelligent. She has good football takes. So that's really the reality of it. It's not just because she's an attractive girl. It's I mean, bro, she loves Michigan, man. That's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. All right, folks. So last thing, obviously, we encourage everybody to follow us on X because we have our takes on there on college football. We're gonna have our takes on NFL and other things at TJ_Ronin, at John Diadamo. Any final thoughts for us, TJ?
Yeah, we got Savon Hider. Fuck you, bitches. Fuck Ohio. Fuck Michigan State. We beat the hammer and we're coming for it all. Bryce Underwood for life. Let's get it, baby.
Let's go. We got one more Caden to wrap things up. I'll see you, TJ, on Thursday. And that's the bottom line because the Diesel Freak said so, and I bleed International Harvester Red. Okay.
All right, brother. We'll see you Thursday, man.
There you go. There you go. All right, folks. We're going to leave you with a note from Mark Rogers, Voice of College Football, about our Voice of College Football betting tier, which is actually a very cool opportunity if you like betting. And until next time, it's always go blue, and we'll see you soon.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.